Hi, Eron.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, Denis.
Nice to see you again. Do you mind showing us around what you've done?
Well, this is a project I've been working on for about a year. I've been very distracted from it for the last 7 or 8 months working on a boat, and I've been gone a lot, and it's in disrepair. Most of the things still alive, but things aren't producing like they should be. And I think it's time to take the next step and really start getting this piece of property. It's just one small piece of property, but we can get a lot out of this property. It's really time to get this thing going.
Great stuff.
So this is what I have. These lovely little chickens over here produce amazing nutrients and nitrogen and fertilizer for the rest of the garden. They also eat a lot of the insects and keep the yard clean. I move this every couple days, and they eat the grass, they keep the grass. I don't have to cut my grass. I have the chickens. And they give me eggs every day. So I use their fertilizer to fertilize the rest of the garden. These are a couple gardens I started a few years ago. Divided them up into little squares. What I want to do is I want to open these. I'm losing all this space between the gardens. So what I want to do is I want to fill those in and start putting dirt in there and using that whole thing over there for one garden. Over here, I've got a lot of the compost and yard waste and leaves and stuff like that, weeds and whatever's been growing. I've been putting everything over here. It's now time. All that stuff on the bottom is now good dirt. So now it's time to take the stuff off the top, put that into another compost pile, take the dirt out from the bottom of there, and start filling this in. Once we get this all filled in, we can start planting things. I've just bought plenty of seeds.
Excellent.
So we've got and the rain season is getting ready to start. So it's time to start planting. We're there.
You want to show us around some of the plants that you've grown?
Every time I move my chickens, a couple days after I move the chickens, squash and tomatoes and all these other vegetables start growing where the chickens were. So what I've done is I've transplanted all of those things into here. There's some onions that I've transplanted from other places. All these tomatoes and squash all come from the chicken cage. I've transplanted those in different areas all over the place. The yellow tomatoes I've got over here, absolutely delicious. Try that. Look at those beautiful little tomatoes. You see those things?
Amazing, eh? Look like little globes, eh? Wow, it's excellent.
That was a good tomato. Back here I have my worm farm. There's a lot of scraps. They get a lot of food scraps. They get some leaves, they get some paper, stuff like that. The worms demolish everything and make unbelievable fertilizer. And I can show you proof of how good that fertilizer is. By this one tomato plant that just propagated itself here next to the worm farm. This one tomato plant is probably 4 or 5 times the size of any of the other tomato plants that I've grown on my property. They are getting so much nutrients from this worm farm, which is scraps for everybody else. Everybody's throwing food at us to eat again. It's a cycle. But we're throwing all this energy into our landfills. It's unnecessary to throw all this energy away. It's amazing. We can save this energy and reuse it and make our lives, our systems, our culture, our civilization more efficient. It's time we start doing this. We have to. Here we have some chicory from last year's production. Here I've started planting some pigeon peas, which are really good for fixing nitrogen into the soil. And you can also use the branches and leaves for soil for mulch. It makes really good compost, high nitrogen, and everything grows well. Pigeon peas, and these are some little bamboo shoots that I've started over here that I haven't started coming up yet. But the chicory has been growing all by itself for the last year, and it just continues to grow. I'll take a bunch of stuff around the outside, feed to the chickens, and then it just continues to grow. And it's free food for the chickens. Here's some more tomatoes. Just one little cherry tomato over here. At one point in time, I counted over 100 cherry tomatoes on that thing.
Wow.
And over the 3 months that was producing, I probably got 1,000 cherry tomatoes off that one little cherry tomato plant. I've got some more over here that are absolutely going to. Here's more chicory. Starting to see chicory. You've got rosemary over here going in the middle, which actually has very beautiful light purple flowers, violet flowers. These here are pineapples that were thrown away on the boat. I transplanted the pineapples, starting to produce at the other end. Here's persimmon tree. I've got a couple more persimmon tree over there. I have soursop. I have bananas. This is a lychee tree. This is a mango. That's a mulberry. This is a guava. That's an avocado. That's a carambola. That's a Brazilian cherry over there. We've got Suriname cherries. We've got acerola. We have pitanga. We have all these small tropical fruit trees from all over the world. It's going to give us quite a diversity of fruit in the future, all giving fruit at different times of the year. Look at these over here, Dennis. Look, a whole bunch of them all growing together. All over the place. And any of those tomatoes that go bad or spoil or insects get them or whatever, any of the bad ones, go right into the chicken. The chickens go crazy over these things. They love them.
Wow.
This is another one growing up the trellis. It's over 6 feet high now. And it's growing all all the way over into here as well. These are those little yellow tomatoes. They're beautiful. Try to keep them off the ground because insects get out when they lay on the ground. This is a mulberry tree. Very, very resistant tree. It also produces beautiful, sweet berries, kind of like a blackberry. These leaves can also be used for animal food, cattle, chickens, whatever. And here, passion fruit.
There you go.
This is the first. I've had this passion fruit growing for over a year, and just 2 days ago, I noticed that we're starting to have fruit. First, they flower.
There's another
flower down here.
Oh wow, that's so pretty.
It's a beautiful, beautiful flower. And then right here, we've got another little fruit. And there's one there, and this whole fence is really starting to fill in quite quickly with all of these little passion fruits.
Oh.
This is an avocado that I planted probably about 4 or 5 months ago, and it's really it has a very thick stalk and it's starting to grow really well.
Nice.
This over here is a little star fruit tree. It's also called carambola. But I transplanted it for some reason. The top part of the tree died. But as soon as that happened, the bottom part of the tree started growing.
Oh.
So that started to expand and take it off really well. And here we've got more of our passion fruit. There's another one there. There's another one there. There's another one here. There's another flower here.
A few more fruit here as well.
Right where this flower is today, tomorrow is going to be a small little passion fruit that looks like that. It happens that quickly. It takes 1 day. This flower will close tonight, and tomorrow it'll open with a little passion fruit inside.
Wow.
It's beautiful, and it's a wonderfully delicious fruit as well.
I love it.
This here is a worm farm design that I started last year before I got the job on the boat, and abandoned the project when I got the job.
Okay.
It's time to get back to this project, finish this, start getting more of the compost from the worms, and fertilizing our gardens with that.
Great. Excellent. Any future plans?
Future plans is plant more stuff, start more gardens, and get more compost, and start mulching and compost, getting more leftover foods and stuff like that. I'm going to start talking to my neighbors about getting leftover food so I can feed more worms and get more compost. And
So where are you heading with this?
Well, I'm building a food forest. We're building a food forest so we can sustain ourselves. We're going to have trees that produce fruits and vegetables and food all year round.
And why are you? Is this just for your own good, or are you going to?
This eventually, I would love to make this a community garden, and I want to get into. I want to do projects. This is my first experiment to doing food forest. I would love to bring this project to other communities, first to my community, and start doing this in other communities. Right now, with the economy the way it is, you see vacant land all over the place. There's 7 acres. There's 7 acres right down the road. Yeah, that's fenced off. Nobody has access to it. It's 7 acres that's just sitting dormant. Nobody's doing anything with it. We can feed the whole neighborhood and more.